Hello everyone, this is Liana Wen from Ascendi Learning. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the steps for you to set up your computer so that you can get ready to start programming in Java particularly. All right, so first you need to install a environment that we call is a program or software where you're gonna do all your programming within. What I tell my student is that you basically live in there. The the software that I always recommend my student to use is IntelliJ. There's a formal name that we call the environment. We call that IDE, Integrated Development Environment, IDE. So sometimes I would say IDE, sometimes I would say environment, but they means the same thing. So you go to your browser that you like, and you Google IntelliJ download, and make sure that is a official website. IntelliJ is from JetBrains, so this will be in the official website that you want to download from. And this is a cookie warning that you don't have to worry about. And you're gonna pick the community version. Okay, ultimate version only gonna be free for 1 month, and after 1 month you have to pay for that. For our purpose, the community version is more than enough. So just go ahead to click download. I am working on a Windows machine right here, so the website would automatically detect what kind of operating system that you're using. Because I'm using a Windows system, so it already said, okay, download the exe. If you are working on a MacBook, then will be a DMG. So don't worry, it's smart enough to tell you which one should be downloaded. And the download should start shortly. You don't have to do anything else. So you just wait for your download to finish. While we're waiting, I'll just show you where is the other video I'm talking about. If you try to find something, I have a search bar over here. So let's say I'm gonna say install. Install. Okay. Here, set up your laptop before class. Okay, so you got to, this is, so yeah, so I have a video over here that set up your laptop or Mac. Okay, so my download just finished, so I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, which is gonna start the installation process. So make sure we understand the difference between downloading and installation. So I just finished downloading. But after you download, you don't have the program yet, because what you downloaded is not the actual software, it's the installer program of the software. So you have to run that installer that you just downloaded, which is actually going to perform the installation. Do you want to allow? Yes, you have to say yes. Okay, so then you're going to follow the steps. Say next. And this is the default directory. Usually I don't recommend you change it unless you know what you're doing. Usually I just leave it alone. So I say next. Okay. And do you want to create desktop shortcut? Actually, I would, because that way it's going to display create an icon on your desktop. So that way you can, every time you want to use it, you just click on the icon rather than you go to look for the place to start your IntelliJ, because I assume that you're going to use IntelliJ a lot, hopefully. So yeah, go ahead to create a desktop shortcut, and you don't want to mess around with this, and also here create association. That means later on when you have a .java file on your file explorer or any place, if you click on that file, it will use IntelliJ to open that. So if that sounds good to you, you can go ahead to click on this. So I would, that's fine. So I click on .java. Don't worry about the other files, which we're not gonna work with. So say next, and this is the folder that the IntelliJ is gonna be created within. So leave that as default. So I go install. And you just wait for your installation to finish. Oh yeah, so we're done. Completing installation, IntelliJ, yeah, community edition setup. And right now, we want to go ahead to start it up to see what this looks like, because you want to make sure that the environment within the IntelliJ is also set up. So we're gonna go ahead to start up IntelliJ and continue our setup. Do not import. Yeah, I don't have anything to import. Same, it should be same for you. So do not import anything. So this is just privacy policy. Go ahead to click yes and continue. And hello. Okay, so this is up to you. Usually I choose not to send. Next, Windows here is just for you to pick the display preference that you like. I like the light choice. Some of my students like the dark choice, which is fine. So whatever you like, prefer, go ahead to pick that. And default plugin. So at this point of time, let's go ahead to just click on skip remaining and set defaults, because we don't need to worry about all those other settings. So go ahead and say skip remaining and set defaults. Okay. Here, you should see this window right now. So what we're going to do is that you're going to create a new project. So this new project, if you're watching, you're probably going to start with our class soon. The project that you're going to create is going to be used throughout the course. Okay, it's not going to be, you're not going to work on different project per lesson. You're going to work within the same project throughout the 15 lessons. So when it's time for us to enter the project name, try to keep that in mind and enter something that is generic and you can use throughout the course. Okay, so here you make sure you pick Java. All right, okay, here don't pick Java FX, don't pick empty project, it's not gonna work out. Okay, Java, and over here is 11. So IntelliJ automatically already installed the Java JDK for you. So even though we're not gonna use a lot of the features offered from 11, we are gonna only use the Java language features as of Java 8, which is the most commonly used. If you see something in red here saying no JDK in red, then we're going to go over the process of downloading the JDK by yourself and install. Okay, but in this case, looks like if you install the IntelliJ properly, you don't have to worry about it. This JDK should be automatically installed for you. Okay, so go ahead to say next. So here, just so leave it unchecked and say next. Here's the part that we were talking about earlier, that you're gonna give it a project name. How about say Java course? Or I'm gonna say fundamental Java. Okay, so you can do the same. If you're gonna be in the fundamental Java class, you do fundamental Java as your project name, or intermediate Java, or USICO Browns, or whatnot. Okay, and this will be the default location of your project. Just try to register this in your mind, and oh, okay, so this is my project is your username and idea project and the project name. Okay, so later on this may be useful and handy when you're actually look for your file in the File Explorer. Okay, so I go ahead to say finish. There you go. Okay, so this is the tip of the day. A lot of program offers this when you are starting up the program. So you can go ahead to, if you like to see this tip, and go ahead to keep it. And if you don't like to see it in the future, so you can uncheck this box and say, you can even look at the tip, right? You can look at the tips. Okay, and say close. And there you go. Now we're ready to write our new and very first Java program, which we're going to do in our first lesson of the fundamental Java class.